What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Well, we were sleeping. The season 17 of Warships has started. I really can't say enough how much I wish this would not be back to back with Crab. Just so time consuming. This great, huge bulk of intel all at once. Plus, the start time of Warships is awful and unfair, frankly, but enough of that. Now, just to be aware, because we are starting 8-9 hours late, that means that everyone that we're going to be playing against is going to have at least 4 more chests than us, which is part of my problem. But anyways, enough belly aching. Let's get into the ship, see what sort of fun we can get into. Now, I have already done one account to get all 4 chests, so I'm not all the way behind. But again, this is my second account, and we're going to try to use the learnings from that first account and do as well as we can. Warships, please consider adding a collect all button, although obviously that only happens once a season. Very low on the priority list. Just wish they would have a rotating start time. That would be ideal. Now, we are going to put one engine room way over here. We're going to put one engine room way back here, and then we're going to get into our tech tree. First of all, obviously, landing crafts. Always landing crafts. Super important to have as many troops as you can. Next up, we're going to go over into... We're going to get cannons. We're going to get medics because we're going into 3 engine rooms, skipping over 2 engine rooms. Now, heavies. There is going to be lots and lots of heavies coming your way. For those of you without instant training, the fact that heavies are the start are a great way to go. And now we just need to get up to 300 tech level. So we're going to upgrade our shocks a little bit. We're going to upgrade our cannons up to level 4. Level 4 because level 5 doesn't give us an extra defense. So really don't matter at this point. Going to get our machine guns up. Almost there. Now, I am going to grab troop damage. Now, you know what? Let's just go like this. What I'm going to do here, let's get some drawing happening. I'm going like this. We're going to go up, over into here. But we're going to have to come back and get this stuff as well. I mean, even realistically coming back for mines, there's going to be a lot of defenses this season. So for right now, I am not going to do that. But later on, we will come back and get probably some riflemen, probably some building health. But for right now, we're just going to upgrade there so that we can get into 3 engine rooms. Now that we have that 3rd engine room, we're going to place it as far over here as we can. Just the whole goal here is to make people have to go like up here, over and back. Or what they're going to do is, let's just erase all of that. They're going to bring them up here, and all their troops are going to come up into here, and then they're going to come back this way. So the early season is going to be heavy rushes, and then heavy zooka is going to come out after that, is my general impression. So let's get moving. We're going to get into troop health. Now, I'm going to skip brick because brick is very expensive. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go something like this. We're going to come along. We're going to come down into here and up like this, because these right here, boom cannons and boom mines, super duper important for the early season. So we're going to get our zookas, then we're going to get our flares. Need flares. Playing without flares is not my idea of a good time. So now flares up to level 3, fairly important. We've got enough to get those mortars unlocked. That's going to give us an extra defense, never a bad thing. We're going to get... I don't really care about troop health at this point, but we'll probably need it later, so might as well upgrade it. Now, troop damage, also we've got that. So we're doing fairly well. I'm going to go up to level 4 on our flares because having a flare expire is a waste of GBE. So at this point, we're doing fairly all right. Now, realistically, you might want to put some more into troop health, especially if you don't have instant training. The fact that I went to level 4 on flares instead of getting troop health, I feel like that's already mistake number 1. But anyways, let's keep going. I'm going to get I get an extra sniper tower, extra health on them by spending some tokens there. Okay, now let's get moving. What we're going to do is we're going to go exactly like this. We're just going to form all of our buildings so that anyone who doesn't use flares and comes at us with heavy zooka gets dragged to that right-hand side. That is goal number 1. Just want them to be pulled all the way around. If they want to use heavy all heavy rush on us, that is totally fine as well. But they're going to have to walk through all of this stuff, even if they come clockwise instead of counterclockwise. I find that most people are probably going to be going in a counterclockwise rotation. But anyways, let's go something like this. We're going to leave one machine gun over here. And now everyone who doesn't use flares is going to get pulled to this right-hand side. So just to be super duper over explainer, they're going to get pulled up into here and then up into here, and then finally, when there's no buildings left, they're going to flare that last engine room. So just trying to slow them down. You can win by getting your buildings out there. Just a warning before we get into attacking, I am going to lose and lose a lot. On my other account, I think I went 9 straight losses just to get my 4 chests. Don't count on winning if you're starting late. More importantly, just build your tech tree, have faith in your tech tree, and if you lose, it's not the end of the world. So we're going to go something like, how many boats of heavies do we need? We're going to go 1 boat of heavy over here, 2 boats of zookas, and then some heavies over here. Something like this. This person has spent a bunch of tech to get those mines. And as a result, hopefully our heavies and our zookas are going to do what we need them to do. But as you can see here, there's nothing to throw our GBE on. So we've already lost all of our zookas on that right-hand side. They don't have max level mines, but the fact that I spent all sorts of stuff wasting on flares instead of on my troop health is making me cringe right now. So tech tree already getting into some mistakes, but I think that as long as we get these engine rooms down, I'm not super duper concerned about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull all of our troops up into here, just get these engine rooms down, focus on keeping our troops alive, and then we will come back over here. Really, honestly, I can't say this enough. It really doesn't matter if you win or lose early on, as long as you have faith in your tech tree. We're in like the first couple seconds of warships, and everyone already has a head start. So rather than rushing out of the gates, focus on getting your tech tree right where you need it to be, and then come back from the late finish, and you should be all good. So right now, could be stressed, but really doesn't matter. We're going to pick up these engine rooms. That's going to get our chest timer moving. Everyone else's chest timer they're almost getting their 5th chest from their timer. So this person, 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's just watch their attack against Sna and see what they've managed to do against us. Obviously, they have mines. They're bringing in riflemen. Interesting. Let's see that early flare. That is kind of smart. The fact that I've upgraded my flares also making me sad. So Sna with a nice little maneuver there. Now, obviously, because we're moving downwards, I want to get my chests in 11 if at all possible, and that makes it extra critical to get that chest early on. So again, what we're going to do, same sort of deal. Boom, boom, boom. And then all of our zookas, except for one, I'm going to hold 1 boat of zookas in waiting. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to drop my zookas over here because they're not going to get there. The distance to this left engine room looks like it's fairly close, but you have to get rid of past that cannon, and I'm not going to hold my troops that long simply because it's just not a good practice. This early season stuff does not excite me at all. At this point, all we're doing is not falling behind, and it's frustrating. Like, there's nothing interesting about this attack strategy early on because we're just using straight up troops. There's nothing interesting or fun, I don't think, but later on in the season we're going to get into some goodness, and so just cruising along, trying not to get Boom Beach fatigue from all that mega crab we just did. Let's get all our flares out here. You can see how much gunboat energy we have. Do not upgrade your gunboat quite yet because really there's nothing to do with your gunboat. So cruising along, getting our chests, and trying to stay positive and upbeat. So Shahilo Limited crushing us, just absolutely crushing us. 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Let's just see what they're using for troops. Obviously, once I have some chests, they actually spent the tokens on Brick. So Brick is a risky move. Gonna work early on. Later on, not sure if she's gonna be the right answer, because if we move down the line, Brick never really works out. We've got heavy choppas, we've got Kavan, we've got Seekers. Brick is likely not gonna be the answer later on, and I mean, she could very well be, but like most seasons, she's not, and she's 42 keys. So trying to avoid Brick. I know it's frustrating. You see someone crush your base, but you just have to. For me, it's all about having faith in your tech tree. We're gonna try something like, let's try 4 boats of heavies. Now, dropping your Zookas second on sometimes when people have sniper towers and cannons up front, I drop my Zookas first. If they've just got machine guns up front, I drop my heavies first. So just trying to balance what the heck I'm doing. We're going to keep shocking things because there's no real reason not to, because we're not going to do anything else with our gunboat energy. Really, though, we're going to save like 2 heavies, which sure isn't the worst thing, but as you can see here, the fact that I've upgraded my flares, I kind of feel like I want to try that attack that Sna did, but it's just not going to work very well. So what we could also do is flare that defense on the left, but just, ugh, like early season warships. Not exciting, not sexy. If you guys happen to enjoy it, it's great. I've seen a lot of people who started very low with big win streaks, and the lower you are, and the earlier you start, you can get all sorts of win streaks, but coming in at 11, you end up just falling down if you're starting late. So hopefully you're not just watching this video going, holy crap, man, you suck. And if you are, that's totally fine, because I have faith that my tech tree will hold up over time, and that is where it's all about. So we managed to get 1 chest in the 11 tier, which is awesome. Now we just got to keep going, see what else the heck we can upgrade. Where are we going to go? Into Grenadiers, we could. Into Rifles is going to do nothing for us. At this point, nothing we can upgrade is going to do any good for us, except for we'll get some extra troop health, and we're going to leave Grenadier. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come into Grenadiers because I want to get those boom cannons. As soon as we get into boom cannons, things are going to start looking up and we can start winning. So pushing towards boom cannons, pushing towards boom mines, and then we're going to switch here to have more Zookas. Definitely don't need more than that. Heavy, Zooka, and then all of this stuff on the right-hand side. And just waiting. I mean, really, there's not a lot to this. It's just watching your troops move on out and then keeping some of them alive using shocks. So early season sexy attacks not happening by any stretch of the imagination. There is going to be some cool stuff soon, but for right now it's just pressing forward, getting all of our Zookas and heavies moving. Now I do like the fact that it's heavies and Zookas. I really do enjoy the heavy Zooka meta thing, but this isn't my definition of heavy Zooka. So we're going to try to get our first win here, hoping that we can get into here, throwing all sorts of flares, trying to speed our troops up. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. So as you can see there, it really comes down to how well you lay out your base. That person's base was not laid out well. So the fact that all of our troops could just kind of swarm and get 2 engine rooms down so we could flare that third, spend a little bit of time, lay your defenses out so that people can't just come and let their troops wander like we did. Like, we did absolutely nothing on that attack except for flare the final engine room, and we came out with the victory, which every victory you can pick up early in the season just means that you're going to stay at a higher tier without going downwards, which is just so huge. I know I said not to worry about winning and losing and all that sort of stuff, but obviously if you can win, it's going to push you forwards, and that is going to be a huge benefit. So this person has given us, I think a couple of our troops are going to turn to the left. I'm hoping, just really hoping. Oh, they all went straight ahead. So clearly, you see, it looks like they're close enough, but they're not. So really well-spaced defenses by this person. Now, what am I going to do here? Let's go like this. I'm going to flare onto here, and then hopefully some of our troops are going to go backwards and forwards. Don't think that's the right choice, because everything, again, you see how well spaced this person's troops are? None of them went backwards, and as a result, we're just going to get pummeled. So that gap right there in the middle, so critical. Spend some time, space your defenses out, and I mean, if it sounds extreme, but use a ruler. I mean, there is no reason not to actually check the distances because that's what your troops are going to do. So if you can get your troops or your opponent's troops to spread, you're going to have great success, as this person just showed us. So great base, whoever you are. Let's see here. Squiggles McGee. Squiggles is torments me, haunts my dreams. But 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Our base is doing well. We just need to pick up our attacking strategy. We are at 15 minutes in, still at tier 11, which gives me some hope, I suppose. We're going to go 2 heavies over here, and then 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go like this. I'm going to get all of those troops over there. And then I probably should have dropped them so they got rid of that front machine gun first. Oops, that's not what I want. I wanted to hold back one boat of Zookas. Not doing well, folks. This is not my day. The fact that Warship starts first thing in the morning never does well for me. But I have many excuses, as you've probably heard by this point. Trying to get all of our Zookas, some of them, please turn left. We got 1 Zooka to turn left. That is not enough Zookas, and we don't have medkits. So at this point, we're just hoping that we don't hit any more mines. Our heavies are out front, so that shouldn't be a problem, but just so frustrating as we only have, what is that, like 4 Zookas heading over to this left-hand side. And as you saw there, our opponent ended up at about 3 minutes, 8 seconds or so. So our base doing so well. Just need to get a couple more defenses and we're going to start crushing people, and need to clean up my attacks, quite obviously. But yeah, John 666, satanic John. Oops, there we go. So claiming this chest before I forget, it is super critical that I am probably going to fall down into tier 10, so that the earlier you can claim your chests in that iron tier is going to make all the difference in the world. So cruising along, just absolutely waiting for good defenses to be coming along. We're going to drop all of our heavies, trying to spread things out a little bit so that our heavies clear some mines for us. Thankfully, we've got troop health, which should help us a little bit. But now what's going to happen is these Zookas are going to come in and probably hit all of these mines on the left-hand side. Here we go. Clearing mines, using our front Zookas, and then shocking that machine gun, hoping to keep at least 1 or 2 Zookas alive. Don't care about any of the rest of our troops. All we're doing is keeping these bottom Zookas alive, because they're going to get that bottom engine room for us before that top engine room pops. I'm hoping. And it's amazing how fast like 4 Zookas can take an engine room down compared to all of these guys that are just spreading up the top. And now let's bring all of our stuff down as we watch all of them hit those mines. And let's see this, those 4 Zookas managed to get that bottom engine room down before the rest of our horde of troops. So do send troops late, do send them for that left-hand side. And like Sna did, Sna, I think they were called, throw that early flare and send some troops over that. You know what? Let's give that a shot for that matter. Oh, this base is just a dream. Like, this is exactly how you should not lay out your base. And I'm going to switch to all Zookas for this because I don't see anything here that's going to slow us down. We're going to go like something like this. And then we've got tons and tons of GBE. So we should just be able to shock those machine guns. And, I mean, no mines, no layout. This base is exactly what I've been dreaming of. This is the base that you want to run into. So I'm John 666 or whatever the heck his name was, had a decent base. This base is exactly not what that person had. We're going to bring our troops over into here, and what that's going to do is hopefully get this engine room down, and then we'll send them up the back in about 3, 2, 1 now. I think they're going to beat us. But then again, we did switch from heavy Zooka up into all Zooka, so we're going to get a time of about 3:18, which is pretty darn good. Let's see how we did against Squiggles McGee. Squiggles McHousetop name. They crushed us. 322. I'm going to guess they had Brick. Let's have a quick look here. Because against my base, you had to have Brick, I think. Yeah, there we go. Brick and heavy rifle. Interesting. And so Brick making all the difference in the world there for them. I thought for sure we would have got that win, but I'm kind of surprised. Let's just double check that my Zookas are maxed. Yes, they... Oh, man, look at that. We get some boom cannons. That is what I've been waiting for. Getting into boom cannons, getting a couple extra. You'll notice we don't get any extra builds here, so I'm going to skip that. We're going to get some boom cannons somewhere over here. Now, more defenses are better, quite obviously. So we are starting to get some defenses built up, which is going to be fantastic. Going to start slowing people down. And now into some more troop health. Let's go. It's time to start winning. And you'll notice we've almost managed to stay in tier 11 for all of our chests, which is so, so critical. Those extra keys, those extra tokens, going to make all the difference in the world. I'm going to throw a couple boats of heavies on this left-hand side, and then I don't think we need any heavies on this right-hand side. So Heavy is going to deflect those machine guns as we send all of our zookas along that left-hand side. Unfortunately, some of our troops are splitting, of course, and now just getting in here, getting this left-hand side engine room. Hopefully, most of our troops took that right-hand turn, unfortunately, but that should be enough troops to get us going back, back, back. Come on, take the left turn, Zookas. There we go. Now we are golden. So frustrating when you think you see the line and you think your Zookas and troops are going to go in a direction and then they go a completely different. So anyways, here we go. Getting that flare out right now, throwing that shock and hoping that we can start picking up those wins. Getting, look at that, 3 minutes, 10 seconds, not bad. And we've added 4 boom cannons, so phantom speed 50 has to deal with all of those boom cannons. Look at this, 310. I think that's a draw, I think. I think. So I'm totally happy with the draw right now if we manage. Yes, a draw is fantastic because that obviously means we are not going backwards and we managed to get our chest. So just clinging to that tier 11. If I can manage to stay in tier 11 for all of my chests, I'm going to be so happy. We're going to go something. How many? I don't think we need many heavies, to be honest. So we're going to go heavy, zooka, and just trying to use GBE and shocks to get all of this stuff down. Those machine guns not doing a heck of a lot of damage to our heavies, and our zookas just coming in and clearing. Heavy Zooka is the early season meta. The fact that that person used some form of heavy rifle, I don't think that is going to be as strong as Heavy Zooka. But as you're talking to someone who has just been losing and losing and losing, and typically I hate putting up videos where I lose, but I gotta emphasize and emphasize and emphasize. Have faith in your tech tree. You won't regret it, even if you have to watch all of your Zookas walk into mines to do it. And now I'm just going to flare this engine room, watch most of our troops get absolutely demolished, but we're going to have enough to take it down, and it's going to be even slightly faster than like flaring up into here and then down to get our heavies out front. So Olus is going to beat us, I think. Yeah, 7 seconds. Definitely the times against our base are getting to that area. Let's have a quick look, see what Olus, that replay log, so bad. Coming in with all heavies, the heavy rush with Brick. And now, my thing about warships is anytime you watch something like this and you see someone crushing you with Brick, it makes it so tempting to go get Brick, but we are not going to do it. We're going to hold true to our tech tree plans. And then if we find out later on that it was, motion detected on the backyard camera, let's get moving. There's a complete and utter windstorm here right now, if you're wondering what the heck that's all about. So, again, backyard camera because my son is still living in the backyard. It is almost December. He is still in the backyard. It is absolutely magical. Every morning when I wake up, this morning, complete and utter wind and rainstorm, and he is still outside in the backyard, which just makes me incredibly happy. Okay, we're going to shock right there, trying to keep these couple Zookas alive on this left-hand side, even at the expense of all of our gunboat energy, because as we saw, it makes a world of difference to have even 2 Zookas going that bottom road. Now, need to keep those 2 Zookas alive. Oh, this early season is just not my jam. Can't wait to get later on into the tech tree, get all sorts of awesome stuff, but as you saw, gonna have to do that's gonna be like 2 3 days from today. So right now, just holding fast, holding strong. I am just constantly saying that for lack of anything more exciting to say, to be completely honest. So season 17, please make season 18 start like 2 weeks after. Oh, look at that, we actually probably should have won that. So now we get our chest, finally getting all of the good stuff, can get our boom mines, and now we should be in good shape. All sorts of boom mines going to do great things for us. So all of that holding on, all of those losses, just they will not be in vain. So I'm going to leave it at this. We'll come back, and I'm willing to bet that I will be at a higher tier than I am now, and things will be good. Just picking up those chests, getting the ball rolling. And for anyone in your late season, in a late time zone, I should say, getting that chest timer moving as soon as you can, so critical. Also, if you have time, push right now. Don't wait for 8 hours from now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Push now before other people wake up and get those chests. The earlier you can attack in warships, the better off you're going to be. Now, these mines probably going to be terribly placed, but really don't care at this point. Just trying to get those mines out, get things moving. Maybe that can give us some protection against this machine gun. Anyways, that's all for me. Warships Season 17. If you're wondering why I didn't do a sneak peek, it's the weekend. It's Christmas time. My kids are busy, and I was doing Mega Crab. And actually, let's just check out my Mega Crab status before we leave. On this account, where did I get to? I got to 85. So Ali was the king of this on stage 90. Axel King's coming in at 101 and 90. Honestly, for the first 70 stages, all I did was drop my troops and close the game. 6 boats of Rainmakers, 2 boats of Medics with Kavan. So making it to 85, pretty darn good, I thought, for that. Picked up all sorts of powder. Lots of other names in here. Cameron, Dominator, all these players doing very. You can see Dominator got to legendary and then quit. I love it seeing that. The fact there's only one of those, I'm kind of surprised. Anyways, that is all for me. I'm Zedmont. Hopefully the warship stuff helped you in some way, even though it was a lot of losses. Speaking of losses, terrible statues from the sculptor. Consider throwing my name down here in your creator boost, liking, sharing, subscribing, clicking the bell. More importantly, hit me up with a comment. Let me know how you're doing in the early season. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.